Welcome to Dowsers.com. I'm Joey Corn, and I want to talk to you today about the human energy pattern. We each have a human energy pattern connected to us. It goes with us everywhere we go, and I call it our energy body. Well, this is our physical body, or energy vehicle. This is our physical body, and the human energy pattern is our energy body, or our energy vehicle that we drive through life. And this energy pattern, I started finding it around beds. It's much easier to not only find it around beds, but it's easier to visualize it around beds. In 1996, before I was even teaching dowsing or offering dowsing services as my profession or my career, just a year before, I found something that I knew was new to the dowsing world. I started finding a pattern of energies around beds, and I wondered what this was. And as time went on, I found more and more of this pattern. So if you can imagine two parallel lines going up and down the side, either side of your bed, two more above and below the head and foot of your bed. Then imagine an X from corner to corner, corner to corner. Then imagine a plus going up and down the middle of your bed and across the middle of bed. That's the basis of the energy pattern. There's two more main parts of it. Two more energy lines intersecting the head corners of your bed and the foot corners of your bed. So like a diamond over your bed. So you got the plus, the X, a rectangle around the bed, just all the rectangle and the rectangle is all, each one of those lines and your energy pattern that you imprint there, which I'll explain, are just a few inches inside the bed, and they're a few inches thick, and they actually are vertical lines, vertical walls of energy about as thick as your palm that pass through the bed up to about neck and height. But it does not have anything to do with the neck. It's just about how high it extends. And I started finding this around all the beds in our home, and I found as time went on, I then asked my friends and family members if I could douse around their beds, and I didn't know really what I was finding, but I was just wanting to understand more and more of it, and I found more and more of it, of this pattern, this repeating pattern, and I began realizing right away it's not about the beds, it's about the people that sleep in those beds. We have this energy pattern connected to us, as I said at the beginning of this video. We had the energy pattern connected to us, and we imprint it where we sleep, but we also imprint it anywhere we lie down on a physical structure raised off the floor. So any bed that we sleep in, whether it's our own bed, somebody else's bed, in our family member's home, in a family's home, member's home, or in a friend's home, or in a hotel, in a B&B, a vacation rental, or anywhere you go for any kind of treatment or therapy where you lie down on a table. You can lie down for 1 second and get up. You've left an imprint of your energy pattern. And that energy pattern is directly connected to you. And when energies change where your pattern is, it can affect your pattern, and it can affect you. It can affect your pattern where you left the pattern, and it can affect you. When energies change in your energy pattern because of the energies in your home, or because of energies that you've brought into your life, primarily what I call interference energy, it can cause a lot of problem. It can cause our entire pattern to be discordant or out of balance, and that same thing will happen to all your imprints that you've left as you've gone through life. It's like a cosmic trail of energy that you leave wherever as you go through life. If you imagine a moment, if these energies are really in many places out in the world where you've been, especially where you've laid down, and that can last weeks or months. I really don't know what makes the energy pattern fade away or disappear on its own in the natural course of life events, but I can make them I can remove those energy patterns with blessing processes that I use and visualizations that I use. I can teach you to do it. If I can remove it on purpose and it's not there, then it must do so in the natural course of life events. In time, it took me 3 years of wondering about the energy pattern. Like, who could I ask? What does this mean? Nobody knows, because it's something nobody else has ever found that I'm aware of. So the only thing knew I could do was ask of the divine, ask of nature. And I kept asking, what is this pattern? What is this repeating pattern that I found around beds? Why is it that I can bless a person and the energy pattern will improve? For example, we all have, or almost everyone has, a typical set of what I call imbalances or discordant energies in our energy pattern, which we'll get to later. These energies are, we have a typical set of imbalances in the pattern, and this is just from reacting to our stresses and strains of life, worried about our loved ones, worried about our own lives, anything. And the typical set is okay. What we don't want is more than that. But I realized I could bless somebody with my simple blessing process that I've covered elsewhere. You find articles about it in my website. You can bless a person with my simple blessing process, and their energy pattern will totally clear, become balanced and beneficial right away, as will all our imprints we've left in our homes and elsewhere. They will clear, become beneficial, but that will only last a few minutes. But it charges you, it strengthens your energy pattern, your own personal energies, a little more every time you do it. The more you do it, the more you strengthen your own energy field, your own energy pattern. And it will help you. And but anyway, in time, I got the answer to what is the human energy pattern. I meditate every day. I call it relaxitation. My wife and I like to do this every day, particularly after our midday meal. The meal drains you a little bit, and we'll talk more about the relaxation process that we use. But basically, when we get a little tired, to me, that's an ideal time to lie down flat on my back and just let go and let God. And I get into a deep relaxation and forget the body, forget the physical world, forget all the stuff going on in life. And that typically lasts about 20 minutes. And then I come out of it, and I'm much more refreshed, still relaxed, but much more refreshed, alert, thinking better. And that helps me get through the day every day, helps my wife and I. We wonder how people go through life without doing this, because you wake up in the morning, sometimes we're already a little tired or stressed. We go through the morning, whether we're working at home, whether we're running a household, whether we're at a job, that makes us a little more tired. Then we go into lunch, and then we are more tired. Most people just go right back to work at whatever they're doing that day, starting the day tired. We start the day in the afternoon. We start the day anew. It's like we refresh ourselves going through the day. I kept asking of God, of the divine, of nature, which I consider to be an aspect of the divine, like we are. And I knew that God, whatever God is, had the answer as to what it was. And I was guided to this book. And I was told to, had this compulsion again to just open it to any page and I would get a message. That whole chapter seemed to be talking to me about my work. But I got my real answer when I closed the book. And on the cover of the book was the tree of life. It was more of a hand-painted image of the tree of life, and the tree of life is the central feature in Kabbalah. And I can show you an image I'll show you an image right now comparing the tree of life to the human energy pattern. I think the human energy pattern is a human soul level of the tree of life, and there are many levels of the tree of life. And we'll cover that in another video.